Some scientists ask, what is the most complex object that scientists know of in the physical universe? So the answer would be the brain. It's mind-boggling because you would think about many other different things in the universe, different entities that are can be complex. The universe itself is so complex, but then one entity in the body, human body, is the most complex entity. So, and before I is when people get anesthesia, what they inject some kind of sounds to confuse the brain. And then, but by the time the brain or the patient get conscious of what happened and try to understand, or it's his brain and subconscious to evaluate the situation and wake up, then the doctor or that person who is charged in the anesthesia process would be at his house, drinking coffee. It's amazing how the brain works. So, facts about the human brain: it is 2%. Of the body mass, so around 1.5 kilograms, and then it consumes 20% of daily glucose. So 20% of mainly the sugar that we got, and for the children it's 50%. So why we need that? So in the brain, basically, there are currents going, and then with the fluids, so there is that kind of electricity with the stimulus, and so there is that constant need to pump calcium and potassium ions. Those are charged ions. This is how the neurons, the different entities of the brain, communicate with each other, and with the neurotransmitter sending messages after stimuli or stimulation. So here is the number: is 34 sextillion ATP. This is the adenosine triphosphate molecules per minute. This is how much the brain needs and consumes. Of course, the human brain. So the speed of the brain is it's a little bit faster than the fastest bullet train in Japan. This is around 360 kilometers per hour. Now the speed of the brain is with which the brain processes the information is around 430 kilometers per hour. I'm trying to do that. Okay. So, Chlorella needs to process the information like us. It will need or to upload or sustain such number of neurons, the 86 billion neurons. It will need to eat 8 hours per day continuously to sustain those neurons in the brain. So, a little morphology about the brain. There are different lobes, as you see, and each lobe has different functions, and it does different processes. And there are the prefrontal or the frontal cortex for self-control, ambitions, emotions. There are for emotions, there are other, the temporal as well, and then there is at the end, at the back, there is that occipital for vision, and then hippocampus where the memory, long-term memory, is stored. But and this would be compared to the storage memory in the computer. And the voluntary, there is another top place for memory at the top of the brain, more for short-term memory. This can be compared to the RAM, random access memory, which is the temporal or temporary memory. So another close-up with that. So there is the temporal lobe for hearing and memory information retrieval. You see that, and then there is the frontal lobe for motor control and problem solving.